Welcome to the Media Sanctum. I'm Knight,
Merc.
Noble.
and Noble's exhausted. But yeah, we are going to be talking about tons of different media that we are passionate about, from recent news of movies, games, comics, you name it. But I think
James Gunn.
Yeah, I think just jumping right into it, our first topic is going to be Superman Legacy and James Gunn's plan for the DCU, which I am pretty sure all three of us have a lot to say about.
Yeah, I'm so excited, man. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, I'm super hyped as well. What about you, Noble?
I think what's funny about this topic is none of us are hype.
Yeah, so it sounds like ass. There's no other way to sugarcoat it. This fucking universe is messier than what WB was doing with the original DCEU.
Well, first off, nothing has come out yet, so we can't say oh, well, this is horrible from the get-go. It's just on paper, it's horrible.
Yes. Yeah.
The slate, the plan, and basically everything this man has been saying on interviews is just horrible.
Dude, I hope he's kidding about that crypto game. I'm just saying right now.
Every single time I look at Twitter, I get a new form of cancer that reaches my eyes.
Yeah, I agree. And it's funny because there's a lot of people who are like, "Oh my god, if you are not excited for James Gunn's DCU, that just means you're like a Snyder cultist or whatever." But I don't think that's true. It just genuinely sounds like a mess. I would prefer if he just started everything from scratch. But this whole Waller getting a show and stuff, it's a mess.
I think what's weird is that I love the Snyder movies and stuff like that, but the thing is, every movie James Gunn has made for DC I've liked so far, a lot.
Or just movie and show.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's just the thing with all those shows is that the characters that he picked were just not...
Yeah.
They weren't big characters at all. He could just do whatever he wanted with them.
He made people know them, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, with... It's a little different seeing him pick up a character like Superman versus Peacemaker.
Well, yeah. Because no one really... Peacemaker was always just, honestly, an F-list, F-tier hero. He was never in anything.
And if you think about it, in Suicide Squad, pretty much all of the characters weren't, huge. He even replaced Deadshot with Bloodsport, who, yeah, people know him, but, he's not as popular. I think that Harley Quinn is, the most popular character in that movie.
Yeah,
I feel
definitely.
I don't know, bro just likes to...
He killed off.
Make characters his own.
Yeah,
I mean, he
killed
put
off
King Shark in there, but he basically made him Groot.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah. Well,
it's
here's another thing about it, is okay, I haven't watched every James Gunn movie known to man, okay? But just for me, I have not seen him do a different movie. You know what I mean? A different style of movie.
Dude, which leads into something else I wanted to discuss anyways, was Guardians 3. Everyone was acting like this was a completely different style, and James Gunn went out of his way to make this dark film when that movie was literally the same.
It's just it's basically just Guardians of the Galaxy, but mixed with, oh my god, the animals are dead.
Yeah.
It's literally just Rocket's comic storyline mixed in with Guardians themes.
Yeah, and there were no stakes either. They didn't even kill Rocket.
Yeah.
Should
have happened.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not surprised that they played it safe on James Gunn's last movie, and the MCU is struggling so hard with characters. I can't with the slate that they have lined up, I can't imagine them killing off
that is
even more than one of the Guardians.
That is a fair point.
Yeah, but for me, it's I'm okay. Obviously, it's not oh, they should just kill off all these characters because, you know, that means there are stakes. It's just like, I feel like by the way that that movie was written, it was like, so like, guys, Rocket is gonna die. He's gonna die, and he's gonna die soon.
Every
And then it's
trailer,
like, okay,
bro.
he's dead. Guys, he's dead. Oh, wait, he's back. But then fucking, what the hell is her name? Lila
Yeah.
Otter was like, not yet, it's not your time yet. So it's like, okay, I feel like that was like a way to say, oh, well, it's not his time yet, but it'll be his time by the end of the movie, which I think should have happened. But
Oh yeah, if he
I don't
would
know.
have if he would have sacrificed himself after saving the animals or something at the end, that would have been a better way to die than him just not dying at all, in my opinion. Like, I don't know, I just think I believe that Guardians 3 is like one of the most overrated. Like, it's not a bad movie at all, but it is safe and it is very similar to the other ones. Like, there's not much difference there. I find honestly the emotional impact probably about the same as the first two, with the second one being with Star Lord finding out what actually happened to his mother, with Ego and everything, and obviously,
Bro, if anything, there were more stakes in the previous two because they killed off Groot and Yondu.
yeah, no one died in the new one.
But
And
once again, it's not like, oh, someone should die. That means it's a good movie. I'm just like, if you're painting the last Guardians movie to be this like dark one about Rocket, who everyone loves, and like about his story and like foreshadowing his death the whole time, and then you just don't do it, it just felt off to me.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. It could have been a lot, I don't know, more risky,
I
but yeah.
well, when we left the theater, what score did we give it? Because like we always like rate movies out of 10,
Yeah.
and what did we give it? I feel like I gave it an 8,
I did too. I did too.
which is a good score. Like that's a pretty damn good score
It was
for a movie.
enjoyable.
It's just like it was a good watch.
It was just fun. It was just like enjoyable. There's nothing else to it. Everyone's like, dude, this was the best movie I've ever seen in my life. And it's
Yeah,
like,
that
it's
was
just
fun.
not. It's
This
like,
didn't even
calm down.
This didn't even compete with some of the older MCU movies. Like, this was no Iron Man. Like,
This doesn't,
feel like-
in my opinion, compete with the previous two Guardians movies.
I agree with that too.
I feel like people were almost sold on James Gunn after this movie for DC.
Yeah, and I don't understand why, because again, like we said, a character like Superman is a lot. There's a lot more stake to adapting that than the characters like the Guardians. Like the Guardians.
Well,
in the
even
comics
adapting
have
a character
morphed.
like Damian and Batman
Oh, don't get me started.
versus like Damian and Batman versus adapting a character like Rocket Raccoon. Like,
Don't get me started. I want
I mean,
James
I'm
Gunn.
not trying to like shit on Rocket, but like, he's not the same character. Like, he does not have the same tone at all. Like,
Yep.
the movie was sad, but it's not dark and brooding and serious. Like, it's not Batman. not
James
the
Gunn
same. It's
needs
not
to
James
leave
Gunn.
his grubby hands off of Batman. I swear to God. Like,
Well, it's Andy Muschietti, I think. That's how you.
I don't
Yeah,
know
but that's
if
not any
I-
better.
yeah, that's not really a good
yeah, I'm
sign
just
after the Flash, because the Flash had decent moments, but like you could tell James Gunn got his hands in there to make that George Clooney thing at the end. Like he didn't know what he wanted to do to set up this new universe, bro. If anything, it raised more questions. Like,
No,
I've never
the
been more
worst
confused after that.
the worst idea ever was James Gunn wanting this movie to like lead into his universe. It's like, bro, what happened to just things rebooting? It's not like at the end of the Amazing Spider-Man 2, Andrew was like, "Oh, I'm going to time travel and create Tom Holland."
yeah,
It's like
it was.
you
stupid.
don't need
I mean, I
need to
do
lead
get
it.
that they were trying to use the reboot as Flashpoint. Like, they were trying to use the Flashpoint storyline, but they did it in a way that, like, I swear to God, like, 75% of the comic Flashpoint storyline wasn't even in there.
Oh well, yeah, obviously.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
they-
no Reverse Flash, then no Flashpoint. Like,
Yeah, they excluded Reverse Flash completely, and they tried to do something else. And
But you
instead
could
of
tell
you
they
know,
were trying to do something like that. They were trying to reset the timeline, like, DC resetting their comic book timeline with Flashpoint.
Yeah.
and I can understand that, but like if you go about it the way he did, where it's like from the looks of it, like maybe at some point we're gonna see this new Superman with like fucking Jason Momoa, Aquaman, or like
Oh
something.
my
And it's like
God.
when you're mixing the old actors and the new actors together, like for general audiences, that's gonna be confusing as hell.
Yeah, and like especially like with Batman as well, like I just want Robert Pattinson to be focused on in his own universe as the new Batman. We don't have anyone else, and James Gunn is going to confuse even more people by casting a new Batman. And dude, I swear to God, if it's a like father-son comedy movie, I'm ending my life. Like
Well, you
seriously.
already know it's gonna be funny God of War.
Oh.
Oh my God. And then people are going to be like, "Oh, it's a Last of Us inspired Batman movie."
Yeah, facts.
The Last of Us. I love The Last of Us, but it created children.
What? What does that mean?
I don't know.
He's got
Like,
a point. He's
like
got a point.
everything where there's like a parent and a child, everyone's like, "This is inspired by The Last of Us."
But it created
Oh, yeah,
children.
it's like Logan, like God of War.
Yeah,
It's like,
Logan
yeah,
I
this
could
is
see
The Last of
more
Us.
than others, but yeah, it's I don't know. It's
Dude,
just fun.
what do you mean it created children? Miss Marvel's the best show ever.
Oh my God. I don't think there's a single one of us in here that actually likes any of the Disney Plus Marvel shows.
But that's a topic for another day.
Yeah, that definitely is, especially since Rhodey's a Skrull. But
Can you stop? I remember like reading a headline, like I don't even remember, I think it might have been on Instagram or Twitter, and it was like ending the secret invasion that everyone is talking about. And I was like, "Oh shit, I guess I better look it up because there's no way I'm watching that show."
yeah, it's
And
gonna be
so
ass.
I looked it up and it was like, spoilers ahead. James Rhodes is a skull.
I mean, it was really stupid. I watched the scene.
Fuck.
I watched the scene. It was really
It's
fucking
ass
dumb.
either way. I'm not gonna watch it.
It's terrible,
Don Cheadle.
dude.
Bro, I'm not hyped for Kang Dynasty. Like that movie's literally just gonna be about Kang getting out of jail. I'm not gonna watch that.
I mean, he's got a point here. He's got a point, dude. I haven't given a shit about the MCU in a long time. They've ruined so many things. She-Hulk was, there's a certain guy, who really likes She-Hulk, and he's got really bad taste.
Who?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got really bad. He's got bad taste with that.
Yeah, there's a guy out there.
Yeah, there's that podcast guy who's, he's got some interesting takes, especially for a self-proclaimed Batman fan. But hey, this isn't a bullying show. This is not bullying. We're
Yes,
not
it
bullies.
is.
Yeah, we're bullying him. We're
Listen,
bullying.
man, if you're
There's a
watching
lot
this,
of retards out there.
you need to stop talking.
Yeah, no. We are. Yeah, if he is watching this, hey, drop a comment. Like we talk this out. But yeah, he said he'd rather see Batman fight Clayface than the crime family for some
Okay, but why-
Okay, he has a
What
point,
happened-
dude.
What happened to James Gunn?
Oh yeah. Okay, James Gunn's plan. I said this on Instagram. It's incohesive. It's bad. A lot of people were commenting under my thing saying that I was just, being stupid for my opinion, that I wasn't giving him a chance. Which, yeah, I mean we haven't seen,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, dude, for real.
On paper, it's terrible.
Themyscira
I'm
plus
actually-
Superman Legacy sounds very cohesive.
that
With Metamorph-
Themyscira, Game of Thrones, whatever sounds awful.
Okay,
Okay,
can we
but
talk
listen-
about the casting for Superman Legacy? Because it's the funniest thing ever.
Oh my god, bro, it's pretty terrible. Like, listen, Nathan Fillion, yeah, he's a funny guy. Yeah, sure, but wasn't he already in the Suicide Squad? And if James Gunn wants to bring some of those actors into his new thing, is he even gonna address the fact that they look the same?
Well, apparently Jason Momoa is going to be Lobo. And then Ezra Miller is going to be like, "You look familiar." And he's going to be like, "Yes, I do."
Dude,
Yeah,
I
and
swear,
then James Gunn's gonna like reveal that Aquaman's actually Lobo,
he's a scroll.
It's gonna be like a post-credit scene.
and then
where
it's
he's
gonna
the
start playing
Skrull.
like Rick Astley or something, and then like Star Lord's gonna show up.
If Superman has like a fucking Walkman, it's over. It's literally over.
Oh, that goes on to the fact that I'm not prepared for like if he decides to make all these movies like comedies. I'm not prepared for the jokes. Like James Gunn, like a lot of his movies like are funny, but a lot of the times the jokes don't land through.
Yeah, it's half and half, and not only that, if he's taking on a character like Superman, Superman's not gonna be cracking jokes. Like
Yes, he is.
he shouldn't be. Superman is not. Yeah, he's a nice guy. He is a hero to look up to in either his small town or the city of Metropolis. He's always there, but he's not there to be like watch like a cat fall out of the tree and then that's gonna leave a mark.
No, bro, he's gonna show up in his like suit for the first time, be like, my mom made it for me," and then Doomsday's gonna be like, "What are those?"
that is definitely gonna happen. That is
this a
100.
Black Panther scene.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Don't even get me started on Wakanda Forever because I don't know what I watched.
Let's stop changing the
Alright.
subject.
Yeah. Okay. Reel us back. James Gunn. We don't like his plan. We'll wait for more news. The casting is hilarious. He's using Goofy's characters for a Superman early story, which it's like, I don't know why he wants Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl and Metamorpho and Mr. Terrific in a Superman movie. Like,
If you're gonna put Metamorpho in a movie, you might as well just put Plastic Man in there.
dude,
At least he's
I saw people
more
theorizing
well-known.
that that's gonna
Who the
happen.
hell is Metamorpho?
Wait, what do you mean theorizing?
Listen,
Like he's gonna secretly be Plastic
No,
Man,
Metamorpho
and then he's gonna put
is
himself in an egg and go on a murder
It's
spree.
stupid.
Metamorpho, yeah, he's a weird character. I mean, he's a character from like the '60s. He has basically
he's a
like
random.
shape shifting. Yeah, he's a character no one really cares about. Yes.
Like Calendar
No,
Man is
people
more
care-
well known.
Metamorpho fans, come at us, but
Dude, Conjuring King is
What
cooler.
Metamorpho fans? The two?
the two Metamorpho fans
I mean, I'm a
that
huge Metamorpho
have the-
fan.
Yeah, I love him. He's so cool.
I mean, definitely James Gunn likes to... Listen, he can adapt a weird character and make them cool. We've seen him do it before. Or not even just cool, just like interesting. Give them some sort of depth. Maybe
I
somewhat.
mean, I did like the Peacemaker show.
I did too.
Like,
I liked
feel
pretty
like he
much
did-
all of his versions of the characters in Suicide Squad, even like Ratcatcher and like...
I mean,
yeah,
even like John Cena's racist dad was fire, bro.
I mean, he's got a point. But, yeah,
I
that
mean,
was...
he's kind of flames.
Bro is literally just a Ku Klux Klan member as a villain.
Yeah, it was gas.
Yeah, I mean...
No, it wasn't.
That
I
was. They ran out of material for that.
I think they... I mean...
They had no
Listen, bro.
material.
Peacemaker didn't start out
He
with
was
much
like,
material.
bro,
to
I'm
work
running
with.
out of ideas, throwing racism.
Bro, no, Peacemaker didn't have a lot of material to work with. I thought they did a good job with that, but yeah, like I don't know. Like he kept Rick Flag the same in the Suicide Squad, which is pretty good. He's definitely my favorite part of that one. Harley is always great, but I don't know where she's going from here. Probably not returning. I don't know, but
What, Harley?
yeah, we're getting it. I don't think
Yeah.
she's gonna return. At least I can't see it happening.
But didn't he say that he wanted her to?
Yeah, but that was before he was the head of DC, I thought. Or maybe he did say it after as well. I don't know. But James Gunn, he's probably lying about some things until his plan comes into fruition. Like he's like,
yeah,
yeah.
There's no way he's bringing Ezra Miller back.
Oh, there's no way in hell. I mean,
There's
maybe
not
he
out
is
here.
because I guess like
Wait, did you just say James Gunn? You don't think James Gunn's gonna bring him back?
no, you got a point actually. He
Like,
does
do
like
you
peeing
forget
on
that-
kids.
Yeah. Do you forget about the Twitter incident with James Gunn?
Yeah.
I'll never
Like,
forget.
he's not acting like.
Him and Ezra
We're
Miller
not gonna
can
sit here
probably
and
dap
act like
up
they're
about
not
that.
allies.
They're allies. I mean,
Dude,
he's got
it was
a
a whole scheme that they planned together. They're like Billy and Stu.
Yeah, no, exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, they're the Godskin duo of
The
of
Godskin
pedophilia.
duo!
Pedophilia, bro.
Zendaya and Lizzo.
Shut the fuck up.
All right. This is the uncensored version that's gonna be up on the Patreon for our subscribers. Nah, I'm kidding.
Patreon.
We're not starting one, no. But
Guys, you know what it is. All right, hit up my Patreon. All right, we'll talk
Click the
about
link in my
topics.
bio.
I'll show you my cock, and we'll say
Subscribe
the
to our
N-word.
OnlyFans.
basically, we are not sucking James Gunn's dick. That's what we're trying to say. Is
I mean,
you know,
it depends on how much.
as huge comic fans, I mean, we love comics. We love games, movies, whatever. Oh, speaking of, his thing about putting the actors in the games is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life. The games, like, that should not have continuity.
Yeah, they're gonna make a total
with-
of 2 games.
Yeah, it should not have continuity with what's happening in the movies. Those are two different mediums. We've seen what happens when games make adaptations of movies. It's usually terrible, vice versa. We literally should not have that happen. They're two different mediums. Yeah, they could cross over with actors sometimes if it's a really good project, but that is a terrible idea if like you miss out on a plot point because you didn't play the game and you watch the movie or whatever.
Not everyone
it's just
can afford a PS5 or Series X. Like, how are they
It's
going to
just-
see the games or PC
It's just like I don't even think
or Switch?
you'd have to find actors and actresses that are bred for that kind of that kind of stuff. I don't see how Hollywood actors could compare to people living in like Bethesda, Maryland. Like,
oh yeah.
Oh, also, like, who's to say that like these actors can do the voices that well? We all saw the Spider-Man 3 video game.
Oh, Tobey Maguire's voice acting was great.
Yeah, and Topher Grace was phenomenal.
He wanted to
Like,
be there. Listen,
yeah, he was so hyped about
there
it.
are actors.
they probably got paid like as much as the fucking She-Hulk writers.
Okay, well, the She-Hulk writers, I'm going to say this right now. I support the writers' strike. I definitely think that writers need paid better, but
No,
I think the She-Hulk
kidding.
writers should have gotten no money because that shit was ass. Like, they should have
Okay,
literally
well,
gotten
the
no
She-Hulk
money,
Daredevil
live outside of Wendy's in a
episode
box.
director- The She-Hulk Daredevil director deserved, or like literally, or writer, whoever, deserved that $360 that they got.
Dude, that's too much. Take out the zero, bro. Give him $36 and
Take
a Happy
out
Meal.
the 36.
Dude,
Like, hopefully they can save that for like
Dude,
gas money for the next few months.
Daredevil literally having sex with She-Hulk was one of the most disrespectful things his character has ever done. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was totally like
he
him.
is way too good for her. Not only that, but this man would not just smash the green girl he just met.
Yeah, like
and dip.
I mean, I can't see it in Daredevil's character to fuck Shrek. I mean,
He's got a point. He's got a point. She-Hulk, it's so dumb to me with She-Hulk because, like, Bruce Banner gets this gamma radiation and he becomes this monster that everyone is always after and everyone is horrified by, and he has to live with this monster inside of him all the time. He can't even have a relationship with somebody like Betty or anybody. And then She-Hulk gets it and becomes sexier. And then she could go on Tinder and she could get whatever date she
Yeah,
wants.
she's even hotter than she was before.
Yeah, exactly. She literally is. It's messed up, man. It shows between how they write the women and how they write the guys. The guys gotta, and then she's like, oh, well, you haven't dealt as much as I have. Like, you haven't been catcalled in the street. I'm like, bro, he had the military after him. He had all of this shit happen. He is so tortured. He can't have a relationship. He left because he kept destroying cities. Oh my god, man, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. And then they bring back Tim Roth as Abomination to make him stupid and a hippie. Terrible.
I feel like She-Hulk as like a character and Hulk are very different, just themselves. Not even like with the show in general.
I think
I feel like it's an example of Marvel, just like comic book writers in general throughout history just like being shit at writing female characters like
Oh,
a
100%.
lot of the time.
Oh, there's
Like,
so many
yeah.
terrible ones.
Like there's more. I mean, this can be said about all characters, but I feel like in terms of like the ratio between men and women, there's way more misses for women.
Oh, well, obviously. Because they only
mean-
write so many, especially back in the day, and then when they would, like, I swear to God, Marvel didn't have a good female character for a long time. Or they maybe had, like, 3 tops. Like,
Well,
it was
MCU
embarrassing.
If we're talking MCU, then yeah.
And even with the MCU, I don't think any of them have gotten, like, a great project. I personally thought Black Widow was terrible. But, you know, everyone can...
I don't know. I thought it was like kind of mid when it came out, and then I talked to you guys, and then I thought it was horrible.
Yeah, because the villain said girls
You
need to be,
guys-
like, eradicated or something.
I don't know. I saw that with my girlfriend. We were like, whatever, it's fine, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
and then-
was terrible.
We woke you up.
You're still not a
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster
You're
was
not
terrible, bro.
I don't want to hear it. You're not awake from Multiverse of Madness yet, bro.
That-
That movie was hot
Listen,
garbage.
that shit
I
was
fuck-
ass.
Listen, I went to see Doctor Strange go through the multiverse.
I
and
can't
went to see
defend.
Sam
I can't.
Raimi
Stop. I
return.
can't.
It's a good movie.
I
I'm not saying the movie was good. I'm just saying when I watched it, I enjoyed it because
Dude,
I liked seeing zombie Doctor
I
Strange.
can't. I can't
no, you
defend.
just like Sam Raimi.
I can't defend Sam Raimi
Yeah.
from that B scene of like her parents dying. That was the worst thing. And
Dude,
not
I forgot that.
not only that. All right, plug your mic back in, bro, and stop having a seizure. But not only that, but fucking you know, the we like ice cream. I literally almost left. I almost shot myself. Literally.
I remember seeing that in the theater and having to like physically like close my eyes and turn away from the screen.
Oh, it
for,
was so
like,
terrible.
5 to 10 seconds.
I was just
It
like, I
actually
have
really
never
bad.
wanted to shoot kids more in my life. Like, I don't know. Those 2 kids, they were getting really close to it, and I know people are like, oh my god, it's Speed and Wiccan. They're in the comics. Yeah, I've known them probably before you have. I've known that. And I'm talking to them, not us. We've all known them. But, like, that was terrible.
That's not my Speed and Wiccan.
They were terrible. They were terrible. Those kids needed put down, you know, taken out back like old Yeller. You know, show
Yeah,
them
I'm
the
surprised.
rabbits. Show Lenny the rabbits outside.
Yeah, they needed
were
aborted late.
Yeah, 100%. Like, you know, Wanda, everyone's like, oh my god, she's so well written. She's just wants her kids that never existed, and so she's insane. That's my personal take. And WandaVision, last episode, was terrible. That was terrible.
I'd say Wanda was well written until the last episode of WandaVision.
Yeah, that shit was ass. It should have literally been her controlling the entire thing. Then they throw in a mid-villain who people, like, have up for, you
Wanda
know.
should have been the villain. Like, she should have just been the villain. No, oh, this person was behind it all along. Like, no,
With a
it should have
goofy-ass
been
song.
Wanda, and it's like, okay, Wanda, she's going through a lot of trauma. She's going through a lot of shit. She's doing stupid things, obviously, you know, unconsensual things.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, she learns from it. Maybe Monica, Monica Rambeau, like
Monica
brings her back.
Lewinsky? Oh.
Brings her back, and it's like, okay,
Good
Wanda
one. Good one.
is-
Monica Lewinsky.
Wanda's forgiven or not forgiven. She just leaves, or you know, maybe not even that. Maybe like she gets stopped, and then she's still on her quest, and it's not like it. It just like feels so different when you watch Doctor Strange. She feels like a different character because she already like, oh well, okay, everything is good, everything's dandy, and then all of a sudden, I want my kids back.
Yeah,
You know?
that's definitely true, man. I think that I speak for all of us that
Are you still talking about that dog
No.
shit show? I zoned out.
yeah.
Yes.
It's
Alright,
terrible.
cool.
It's terrible. But I think I speak for all 3 of us. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we all think that the 2 best comic book movies to come out in the past couple years are the Batman and Across the Spider-Verse.
No
Yeah.
debate.
No debate. Yeah,
I
I just
have no debate.
yeah.
I like No Way Home as well, but I think I like Across more than No Way Home. And No
You
Way
think
Home
so?
had some weird ass moments.
Yeah, No Way Home was like good in the fact that like they did fan service well, but at the same time, And they did Tom, like they kind of fixed a lot of his issues towards the end, but I don't think
I
it's like
guess.
I don't think it's on the level
No,
of
they
the
did.
other
They
two.
definitely did.
It's not the
Tom
Batman
by
level.
the end.
It's not the Batman.
Tom by the end of No Way Home was so good in my opinion, and
just
it's just like, please, Spider-Man 4, please don't do what Far From Home did and just erase all character development and everything. And oh my God, please don't bring Zendaya back. I beg you.
All right, I'm gonna be real. I don't think that they fully fixed his character. I mean, it's been 3 movies, and are we gonna forget that Far From Home exists?
Yeah, but here's the
we
thing.
like to
It was
pretend.
terrible.
We like to pretend
it
didn't
was
exist.
it was horrible.
Homecoming was very good. Like, I really enjoyed that movie, even though there were things about it that kind of irked me, but it was fine. Far From Home was hot garbage, like trash. It was terrible. I'd never want to see that movie again in my life. And then No Way Home was like great, but didn't fix Tom's issues. Like, I felt like Tom was mostly the same character for about like 90% of the 3 movies that I watched, other than the ending of the No Way Home.
Yeah.
Well, I think it fixed Tom because it finally gave him his Uncle Ben moment that he lacked, and it's sort of like, I still don't fucking know if Uncle Ben ever existed, and if he did, Peter doesn't give a shit about him.
Well,
But
yeah, obviously.
especially
No Way
May
Home.
doesn't give a shit. May especially.
Oh,
yeah,
doesn't give a
May could care less.
No one-
She was on that Happy Hogan cock immediately.
yeah,
I mean, yeah, I don't know what was going on with that. Happy was literally boning her, and then what?
Tony used to eat cheeseburgers.
You know what?
yeah, Uncle Ben must have been like such a fucking nerd that no one gave a shit about or something, because they were probably happy he was dead.
Dude, Uncle Ben must have died young.
Dude, I bet you Happy shot Uncle Ben.
Happy's a scroll. Anyways, yeah, so they
Can you
fixed it.
stop?
They
That'd
gave
make his
him
character more
they
interesting.
gave him the Uncle Ben moment. He finally learned about responsibility from Toby and Andrew, and then he finally gained his independence, which he didn't have before, with just everyone forgetting who he is and him starting fresh. Also, one of the best Spider-Man suits I've ever seen in my life in the end.
Yeah, but
So
they.
to
Yeah,
me,
but you
it
couldn't
did
even
fix
see
him.
it.
Yeah, that did
I
piss
could
me
see-
off.
they
It felt
released
like. I feel like
Yeah,
when they
if you,
released.
rewatched the movie and paused each frame, and
Yeah,
then made
I
like a
feel
3D
like
image of
I
it.
feel like when they released the movie, I feel like when they released it, like they really wanted to aim for that holiday release. I feel like when they released it, they had just started the CGI for that final swing like 2 days before.
No, I actually think that final swing was perfect. I didn't need to see any more of the suit, but they did release official artwork of the suit.
That's better.
So, and
So
it just looks perfect.
he should keep it when whatever comes next. I feel like John Watts. I feel like Disney's gonna realize how much money they made with his movies, and they're gonna try and bring him back and bring
Well,
everyone
did
back.
you see what the Disney CEO said today?
What'd he say?
He said that wait, I need to find it on my phone.
Was it the thing about the Marvel Star Wars content?
Yeah, he was gonna start
Slowing down.
He says
Wait, really?
Marvel Studios' increase in movie output and introduction of TV shows has diluted audiences' focus and attention.
Definitely true.
So he's just calling everyone stupid?
No, he's basically
He's
saying
basically
that,
just saying everyone has like comic book fatigue
which is
because they're dropping too much content. He's basically saying they're doing quantity over quality.
which they have
Which
been for
we've
sure.
been saying for
Because
years.
thank God we're not getting on another topic, but we all agree that recent Ant-Man was one of the worst movies we've ever seen.
All right, well, we could literally sit here and talk for 2 hours about
Okay,
how
well,
dog
I
shit that
saw
movie was.
MODOK's bare ass, so to me that movie was a 10 out of 10.
that
Wait, I
had
forgot
some of
about
the
that scene.
worst.
Actually, I take back everything I just said.
That had some of the worst
yeah.
acting, CGI, story, writing I've ever seen. Don't
Honestly,
get me
like,
started
I'm
on that
not a-
Hank Pym ant civilization scene. The dumbest thing I've ever seen in a comic book movie in my life.
I mean,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna be
God.
real.
Badass.
I
Dude,
just grabbed my car keys. I'm on my way to the jail cell to break Kang out. I don't
Dude.
know what you guys are doing, but
Oh my god, was it terrible. But back on topic to what we were saying about the fatigue. Yeah, I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
who woke
mind
him
you,
up.
that guy is like a that guy is like a billionaire.
Yeah, I mean, he probably doesn't give a fuck. But
Like his
Just
sources are
surprised-
probably made it the fuck up and then moved on.
yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, I'm just surprised that he finally
Acknowledged it.
realized this all these years later. He like,
I mean, I
"Well,
doubt
might
it's.
have been taking
I
a
bet
little
Amy
too far."
Pascal fucking threw
No,
a
he
sandwich
he
at him or
knew.
something.
He knew. It's not that he had a realization. He just acknowledged it finally after so much criticism.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
name one good MCU project to come out in the past 2 years.
They're probably losing money at this. Actually,
Dude,
I don't know.
They
That might
made
be debatable.
ridiculous
I
amounts
haven't-
with
I haven't looked at
a
the
couple.
gross. I haven't looked at like the earnings of any of the latest
I
MCU
just
movies
think
because
that
I could give two shits.
the DCEU and the MCU, in my opinion, in my eyes, to me, they're dead. They're dead.
Yeah.
I don't.
EU ended with either Snyder Cut or Flash. I don't care what you think. And then MCU ended with Endgame
Yeah.
or No Way Home. No Way Home was
They need
They
to
just need a
give
clean
Spider-Man his own
What-
thing now.
What they're doing with Batman and Across the Spider-Verse, I feel like they're both going in a direction that's appropriate.
Yeah.
They just need to realize that like solo movies are just better. Well, a lot of the time.
Yeah,
It's
It's
they
not
are.
even
I
that.
agree.
Just they
You
need
think
a
about it
solo-
like what?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, say it. What?
They
Go
need, They need a new focus.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. They need a new vision. It's all cookie cutter, copy paste, all the same shit all the time. We have Matt Reeves on the Batman. You know, he actually loves Batman. He breathes Batman. He's read all the comics. He's a legend. I love that he has read Long Halloween and Dark Victory and Batman Ego, whatever. But they need something like that because he's actually bringing a new vision, a new style. He's taking risks. He's going dark. He's making the movie 3 hours. He's doing all this stuff just focusing only on Batman. We need someone like that
I
for the
mean,
Marvel
he said he was
characters.
going to go harder for the second one too.
I know,
You
and I
see
swear
that?
James Gunn is probably pissing his pants because I bet you James Gunn doesn't really like the fact that there's going to be
so pissed.
all this stuff. He's probably like, oh man, but you know the Batman made a lot of money and you know they already signed Matt Reeves, so we'll just have to keep him going. But he's probably like, God damn it, I only want Brave and Bold.
Well, I feel like James Gunn is trying to be like Marvel. Like I don't know. I feel like James Gunn looked at how Marvel was like treating directors' projects and stuff like that, and them giving them zero creative freedom. And James Gunn's like, all right, so I'm just gonna write all the stories and do everything for you, like Marvel did for their movies, and then I'm gonna give it to different.
Didn't he
directors.
say he didn't want to direct Superman Legacy, but then he was like, but I'll do it?
He said
No,
something.
he said he
weird,
was gonna
like,
write
I
it,
was too
didn't he?
afraid. I was too
I thought he said he was
afraid to
gonna
do
write it.
He's doing
Superman.
both,
I
I
didn't think I
think.
should do it unless. Yeah, he's doing both.
Yeah,
But
he was like,
Bro's gonna be like, he's gonna want like to put Batman in the blue and gray, and then he's gonna want to put Little Boy Robin in those tights so he can see his cock, and he's gonna be like, all campy and shit. You know,
Oh,
dude,
chill.
it's gonna be like, it's gonna be fucking Batman. He's gonna be like, to the Batmobile, let's go, it's good. Like he definitely.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, he already fucking posted Superman Legacy news, and he was playing the original Superman theme in the background. Dude, that's Christopher Reeve's theme. Make a new one.
oh my god, I know for a fact he's gonna use the Reeves theme, and I'm not here for it.
Dude,
At
I
all.
already hated when they used it in the end of Black Adam. I hated when they used it in Justice League, the biggest piece of dog shit ever made. Oh my god, it's gonna be terrible. Every adaptation of a character needs their own theme. Danny Elfman went from being a legend to a loser when he said that Batman and Superman only have one theme. That was the
Yeah,
most
shut the fuck up.
egotistical thing. That was just because he made Batman's theme, he's a dumbass for that. I lost a little bit of respect for him for that.
Be like,
All right, that's it for
be
now.
like, yeah, just be like, yeah, we're not gonna hate every time we talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are okay. We are not just gonna address this right now. We're not going to hate on stuff every time we talk. We actually love so many things. We just have seen a lot of stuff come out recently that we have not been fans of, so we wanted to just get that out there about our thoughts on
Yeah, we have a
all
lot
of
that we
these.
needed to get off our chest.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of things building up.
But we have so many things we love. We've been playing games we love recently. We've seen some movies we've liked recently and all of this stuff. So we'll definitely be talking a lot more about that. We're not just going to be the negative crew. We just had to get the negative thoughts out first. That's all. Okay, all right. For now, this is it.